Greetings to you, gentle listeners, as we are back for Rotten Reelz Reviews, audio review number 48. Well, we've had some thrills, chills, and generally screwy flicks. So, how about a sequel? Oh, come on. Okay, to relieve some of your anxiety, it will not be, say, a latter Nightmare on Elm Street, because I don't want to put us through all that shit. And by that, I mean you have to listen to it. I'm the one who gotta watch the motherfucker. Now, this time around, I thought I'd be reviewing a sequel to a blaxploitation horror film. Yes, imagine trying to say that 5 times fast, because, I'm not going to. American International Pictures brings us the continuation of Prince Mamuwalde. Some voodoo and some 70s funk. This is Scream Blacula Scream. The aging voodoo priest of L.A., is dying, and Mama Loa has picked her adopted daughter and apprentice, Lisa Fortier, a one Pam Grier of The Big Doll House, Women in Cages, Big Bird Cage, Black Mama, White Mama, Coffee, Foxy Brown, all that jazz. As the next voodoo priestess, her son and blood relative that Mama Loa has blown off, Big Willie, or Richard Lawson of Streets of Fire, Poltergeist, is having none of this shit.
That you gonna keep it from me.
It's to curse out Lisa, and looks like Captain Harold is also not having any of this shit.
And you gonna know it.
Will drop Starsky and Hutch on your punk ass. Big Willie vows revenge. Realizes he's pissed off the entire order and gives a false front. It's cool, baby. And hustles on out of there. A complete and utter toolbox. Willie goes to a former Bokor, a practitioner of black magic and zombification, who was initially part of said order, and buys the bones of Mamuwalde from the last film, which burned up in the sunlight. The Bokor warns him of the power that he's trying to enslave, and he should take heed, but again, our boy being a total tool, what could possibly go wrong? Also, how in the 9 hells did the Bokor even get Mamuwalde's bones and ashes? He just throw up in the LAPD lockup and go, "Dim bones is mine." And everyone was cool with that. So Willie engages in the black practitioner, attempting to resurrect Mamuwalde, once again portrayed by William Marshall of Star Trek, Skullduggery, Blacula, obviously. Screws up his circle of protection. Ew, he's off to have a course? Mamuwalde has resurrected. I'm a little confused. How did his clothes come back? Or did they just have those too? Because I didn't see that in the bones and the ash. Whatever. Mamuwalde apparently pissed off his resurrection and puts the bite on him, making him a servant of darkness. Dun dun dun. Back to life for undead, Mamuwalde walks the streets and ends up at a party of a former officer, Justin Carter, a one Don Mitchell of I Dream of Jeannie, Ironside, Wonder Woman, Perfume, The Return of Ironside, who is also an amateur archaeologist and collector of African antiquities. This, of course, intrigues the prince, and he finds a slight stirring and attraction to one of the partygoers being Lisa. And given that it is Pam Grier, hey, maybe he was just a fan of Foxy Brown. Not unheard of. I was dying when Mamuwalde dealt with the pimps who are going to, quote, kick his ass if this jive turkey don't hand over his bread, dig? Bite me, I enjoy the lingo. Probably not the wisest thing to say bite me while reviewing a vampire film. A little food for thought. A string of bizarre murders happen as Carter starts to take an interest in the occult, proceeds to have a look around when no one on the force is really busting his chops that, while being an ex-cop, he'd look into existing homicides. I did sort of laugh when I realized the sheriff was actually Michael Conrad of Hill Street Blues. So, that was amusing for me.
Hey, faggot!
Lisa's friend Gloria, Ginny Michelle of the Love-Ins, the Mephisto Waltz, House on Skull Mountain,
What is it you want?
and In the Heat of the Night, dies at
You're
the party
good, man.
only to
All of it.
return from
We're
beyond
gonna
the
have to become
grave
antisocial
and tries feeding
and
on
kick your
Lisa,
ass.
but is immediately stopped by
Yeah.
Mamuwalde in time. He begs Lisa to lift the vampiric curse from him so he may resume being a normal man once again. Carter gets his former lieutenant on board with him, and they prep their steaks, medium rare. I mean, they sharpen some wood to be driven into bodies. Can Lisa end Mamuwalde's curse? Will he have to atone for his vampiric crimes? Can the undead serve a life sentence? Okay, well, just a few thoughts on the film itself. So, absolutely no mention of Tina, whether or not she actually got a funeral or whatever. I mean, I know she's dead from the first film. Oh, for those who haven't seen the first film, spoilers. Also, no mention of Dr. Gordon Thomas as well. Apparently he just up and left LA, or maybe went to Vegas for like a weekend bender, as this is only a week after the original film. Now, some minor characters in question, which I found quite amusing. Case in point, the Officer Dennis is Nicole, or well, actually, I guess you'd be a forensic specialist. Is Nicholas Worth from Swamp Thing, Darkman, and Barbed Wire. As well as DeSarge. He didn't really have much of a name, so I didn't care. Craig T. Nelson of Poltergeist, The Family Stone, Gold, The Incredibles. Might have heard of him. It kind of made me realize I watch entirely too much damn films and TV. I really did enjoy the film goof with Mamuwalde knowing Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. That was composed in, 1801? Because Mamuwalde was been imprisoned in his coffin since 1774, so pretty sure he never heard it. Let alone had an instructor to teach him to play. I mean, I'm no historian. My brother is a pianist, so I'm kind of familiar with composers. Also, keep in mind, his coffin was trapped in Transylvania until 1973. So, yeah. There is, absolutely no possibility this cat had heard in his coffin this tune. So, again, no big deal. I just thought it was kind of funny. Now, while there are no other original cast members from the first film, this movie's mood and setting, as well as atmosphere, holds its own, and you still end up feeling really bad for Mamuwalde, because at the end of the day, this dude was truly cursed all those centuries ago. You have a former nobleman who has a Western education, is a damn soul who didn't ask for his curse. He has this charismatic baritone voice, this very sophisticated manner that makes him a truly likable character, regardless the fact that he's creating a vampire scourge. He didn't ask to come back to his unlife, I guess, as he walked into the sun on purpose at the end of Blacula. So, this is his third chance at life, and it's becoming like a huge burden on him on many levels. Now, the tone is a bit softer, and yet there is a little bit of cheese factor to it, but with most exploitation films, they were really lacking a huge budget. Interesting enough, the gentleman that created the laugh track, main producer Samuel Z. Arkoff, is directly responsible for getting this off the ground. The cinematography is great. I'm completely digging the funky music. And at the end of the day, the cast did a really damn good job in spite of the title, Scream Blacula Scream. I mean, everyone's working their A game. I was really impressed with how this got fleshed out. And to be perfectly honest, as far as sequels go, I think it holds up to the original, if not maybe even surpassing it. Now, I realize blaxploitation horror is probably not a huge genre, as I'm only aware of a werewolf movie, as well as, I can't even believe I'm saying this, Blackenstein, and a Jekyll and Hyde story arc also. So yeah, it's a little limited in that standing. I'm sure they have more than a few out. And I'll tell you what, I'll go look around and see if there are any more. But again, as always, you can get a hold of me at Facebook at Rotten Reelz Reviews. You can always catch me on Twitter, Rotten Reelz Review there as well. feel free to comment. Feel free to critique. Hey, do you like how this is looking? Is the sound quality good? Let me know. I've got some new editing software, so it's going to help out a lot. But, I'm going to still need some ideas. Feel free to just throw them out there. And yes, there will be another video review down the road. I'm working on the script right now. But that's all I got, so thanks a lot, and hope you enjoyed this. Bye.
And as for kicking my ass, I strongly recommend that you give it careful consideration before trying.